It's time for Coach's Comments, being brought to you by Southside Auto Tech, as I'm Joe Norman, joined by the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo, here in this one. Rocky, we look at this one. You guys came back from the 2-0 deficit, but you couldn't get past that second one. You had to love the resiliency of this group in that second. That was a really strong period overall.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to search for moral victories, which I have no interest in, but if we're going to search for moral victories, then yes, we played well in the second. We played pretty good. Pretty good doesn't win you a hockey game. We competed much harder than we did yesterday, and I'm proud of that fact. But if you're going to play playoff hockey, you're not going to give up 9 odd man rushes, and you're not going to get scored on 3 of them. You're not going to turn pucks over softly in the neutral zone with 20 seconds left to play in a period. Those are details that win and lose you games. And when the margin is razor thin in a playoff environment, you lose games that way. And tonight was a perfect example of a playoff game. 2 teams playing for the playoff life. And they had opportunities. They buried them. We had plenty of chances, did we not? We had plenty of chances. And we did not bury the ones that we needed to bury. We had one down here in the second. We had another one late in the third. And when they had those, they put them in the back of the net. And when we had them, we missed the net. And there's your ball game.
What was the biggest difference in your group from last night to tonight?
There was more urgency. There was our feet were moving. We're not nearly physical enough, not even close to physical enough. But the biggest thing that we're lacking is I think we like to win more than we hate to lose. And I'm the opposite. I hate to lose more than I like to win. And that's what drives me and motivates me and my motivation in regards to this program for the next 9 games and the future and next season is as high as it's ever been. And I hate to lose. I won't sleep tonight because I just simply hate to lose. And ultimately we have to create that dynamic in that room. And part of that is learning. Part of that is youth. You know, our youth really showed up today with the mistakes that were made by our young guys. And they're working hard. They're trying really hard. I respect that, and I appreciate it. But, you know, at 53 games into the year, some of the mistakes we're making are kind of boneheaded, and we need to clean them up. And again, you know, I don't know what the scoreboard says. We'll see in an hour or so whether Des Moines manages to overtake us or not. But if they do, shame on us, because there was a couple winnable opportunities here this weekend. And we've put ourselves in the boat that we're in.
What's the biggest thing to focus on with practice this week ahead of 2 road games next week?
We might want to really bear down and try to score some goals in practice. When you go through the motions at times, then, you know, and it's not a compete level thing. It's a desire to finish. You know, I've had players throughout the course of my career that just love to score. And, you know, Lucas Wallen a couple years ago, you know, I go back to, and Logan Genuine's a familiar name here in Lincoln. Logan had 60 goals in 60 games for me in Amarillo, and Logan loved to score more than anything else in the world. And he celebrated every goal in practice like he just won the Stanley Cup. The goalies hated it, but that was the mentality that we created in that season, where we loved to score goals. We bear down around the net. We find a way to finish. And this weekend, specifically last night and tonight, is the tale of those 2 games, is their ability to score on their opportunities and our inability to do the same.
Rocky, we appreciate the time. We will talk to you next weekend against Omaha. Thanks,
you. Joe.
That's the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo. This has been Coach's Comments, brought to you by Southside Auto Tech.